and I'm continuing with our podcast series on interesting cases. Here is a patient of mine who at the time was about 8, and in 2009 he came to see me with trauma on a vacation trip. He had gone to his general dentist, had a brace placed to stabilize the tooth because tooth number 9 was avulsed, and tooth number 8 had sensitivity to percussion. And when I tested both teeth, he had necrotic pulp on both teeth, so we went ahead and did the root canals on both teeth in 2009. And following his case, I wanted to make sure that there's no periodontal probing, so I followed him for a month or 2 months to make sure that the tooth is stable enough, it's not mobile, and to have good prognosis long term. And then I did follow him every year to make sure there's no periodontal probing or resorption. And this is 1 year recall. It looks like there is some resorption going on at the apex of tooth number 9, and we did recalls again 2011, which is a 2-year recall. There's more resorption, and 2012 even more resorption. Almost half of the root is resorbed. This is 3 years later, but the tooth is still stable enough. There's no probing, and he's chewing with it. And 2013, it looks like even more resorption, and it looks like it's kind of stabilizing on the resorption. There's 2014, and finally 2015. This is 6 years recall, and it's still stable enough for him to be able to function with that tooth, and we had a good success so far to be able to save this tooth for him 6 years later. And eventually he might end up losing the tooth and get an implant, but now he's almost 15 or 16, that he's taller than his dad, and he's can start looking forward for some other treatment plans if it becomes a failure.